Good morning, everybody. It's time for another review here on Bowers Bookshelf. This time, we're going to review one of my favorite books, Auntie Mame and an Irreverent Escapade by Patrick Dennis. Patrick Dennis was a nom de plume, um, or nom de plume. The author's actual first name is Edward, but I can't remember his last, but you'll have to check the screen recording. But I was first introduced to the book through um, the Broadway show Auntie Mame. Um, Actually, I was first introduced to it through Lucille Ball's movie Mame, which was based on the Broadway show. Um, Starring Angela. The Broadway show starred Angela Lansbury and Beatrice Arthur, or B. Arthur, and Angela Lansbury played Mame, and B. Arthur played Vera Charles, her best friend, and then after I saw Lucy's version of Mame, which we will be reviewing as part of our books on the big and small screen uh, review series, um, I I I just fell in love with it, and it is my favorite musical of all time. And then I discovered the book, and the book's even funnier. And it goes further than the story, but than the movie, of course. But the book is about a little boy, Patrick Dennis, who lives with his father, and his father dies of a heart attack and leaves him in the care of his sister, Mame Dennis, who is kind of to say the least, kind of an eccentric person. And so Patrick goes to live with her, and she she introduces him to a lot of fun, crazy, people, fun, interesting people, and so basically, she has her own ideas apart from what her brother, Patrick's father, uh, stipulated in his will. She has her own ideas of how to raise him, and basically, um, she um, she she ignores the will, and so as the story goes on, her and Patrick um, become closer, and it's just hilarious, and and um, and and now there are some there are some uh, you know some of the same characters like Vera Charles and Beauregard Jackson Pickett Burnside, Mame's husband, are in Lucy's version of Mame, um, but uh, some of the characters there are some characters that aren't in the movie that are in the book. Like actually, in the book, Patrick's nurse is Agnes, or is Nora, and so she is not in the book, and in or she is not in the movie. And in the movie, Patrick's nurse is called Agnes Gooch. And in the book, Agnes Gooch is a whole separate character. She is a typist that is employed to help Mame and her ghostwriter write Mame's memoirs called Buffalo Gal, and then it's just a delightful story, and it's one of my favorite novels. And what makes it even more um, fantastic for me is that Ray Hagen, who we did a video on, my meeting with my phone conversation with Ray, uh, who, as you recall, is my favorite narrator. He reads it, and so that he reads Mame, and so that or Auntie Mame, and so that makes it even more exciting of a book for me to read. And and the book was released on December 1st of 1955. Now, there have been at least two movies that I know of. Um, One with Rosalind Russell as Mame, and my favorite version of Mame with Lucy, which is the one, Lucille Ball, which is the one we'll be reviewing a little farther down the road. And and a couple years ago, or like years ago, I had the pleasure of seeing a production of the musical Auntie Mame or Mame um, at Blue Springs High School here in Missouri. I went with my former theater teacher from high school. She took me, and but ever since I saw Lucy's version of the movie Mame, it has become my favorite musical of all time. And going with my theater teacher to see Blue Springs production of it just cemented that fact. And so if you haven't read Auntie Mame, An Irreverent Escapade by Patrick Dennis, please do if you're into humor, because you will absolutely love it. And actually, there is a sequel um, to Mame or Auntie Mame called the book. Um, there is a sequel called Around the World with Auntie Mame, which I think um, covers the period where Mame left off, because I think in the at the end of the book, Mame or Auntie Mame, um, Patrick is now married, and so I think Around the World with Auntie Mame covers the period after that, because Mame, I think, you know, uh, takes care of Patrick's son um, too, and then I think she kind of takes him around the world, and um, lets him experience some of the same stuff that Patrick did when he was little. So if you get a chance, please read Auntie Mame and Irreverent Escapade. And if you, and by the way, we are not going to cover Around the World with Auntie Mame. we're just going to do the first one. But if you get a chance to, please read An Irreverent Escapade, Auntie Mame An Irreverent Escapade, or um, Around the World with Auntie Mame, because they're both fantastic. I give this 5 stars. Shot and produced by Edinburgh, audio, video, and photos provided by WeVideo and Google Images, screen recording taken from internet source. Achieved using iPicky.com.